Hello, everyone. We want to take this opportunity to say thank you. As you grow at the Golden Boot, so do our needs, but we cannot do it without you. We ask that you continue to like our posts, share our content, and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms. You may also visit thegoldenboot.com for the latest merch. If you would like to make a financial donation, you can do so through Cash App at #GoldenBoot or through PayPal at paypal.me/goldenboot. We look forward to bringing you more laughs, knowledge, and entertainment. And again, thank you for your endless support. Sincerely and respectfully, the Golden Boot team.
The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Hey, yo! Welcome back to another episode of the Golden Boot. It's your boy Pooh Bear. Got my man Aunt Petty Murphy in the building. I sound like I'm louder than a mother.
You sound normal to me, man.
Oh, okay. It might just be the. I know what it is. All right, but welcome back. How you doing this evening, my boy?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Excited to be here.
You have a good Valentine's Day?
I did, man. I did.
That's what's up.
I had a real good Valentine's Day, man. I
That's
woke up, gave the kids their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Gave the wife. Well, I had actually dropped her gift off to her. So, got me some Chucks, man. Got me some new Chucks.
Okay, then. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah, old man swag. For real, man.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Get your pioneer color, man.
Nothing wrong with that. I grew the wife some steaks and stuff. You know what I mean? Got some rolls, a lot of that kind of, got to do a little something.
That's what's up, man. Well, the kids took all my money, so we ate hot dogs. I'm just playing.
He is always taking all my money. I'm surprised they're not on here asking me for some money.
Yeah, that's why our viewership down. They ain't been on here. You know what I'm saying? Asking for they must stop giving them stuff so they can come back, man. We can get our views.
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Nah, man. Hold on, because I ain't put it in here yet. I ain't put it in here, and I'm tripping. But as we always say, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for everything. You could be in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. As always, subscribe, like, share. Tell your baby mama. Tell you today's side piece day. Tell your side piece.
Side piece day.
It is, the day after Valentine. It's just like so.
Oh man. Hey, today leftover candy day. Today markdown candy day, bro. You got to go get all the markdown candy half price.
You know how after Halloween you can get half off the candy and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
The day after Christmas.
That's the best time, bro.
Day after Valentine, the same way.
Shout out to my boy, man, though. Congratulations, man. My boy David Irvin said I ain't do much because our 22nd anniversary tomorrow, and we're gonna kick it this, man. Congratulations to you, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you and Shantae, man. Congratulations.
That's something to aspire to. Our good man, Julian is in here, so I'm ready for baseball to start.
That's why he the first one in here.
Yeah,
He's in that topic list. Oh, baseball?
Yeah, we talking baseball.
He's been in here since 6:30 waiting.
Julian will be joining us Sunday. Recap baseball opening weekend, man.
Yes, sir.
It's a big weekend, so all across the landscape, you know what I'm saying? So we looking forward to it. Talking to Julian, man. But I guess let's go ahead and jump into it. This came out, I think, like early this week. But since we didn't have a show on Sunday, or this might have came out late last week, but we didn't have a show on Sunday, so to talk about this. But the SEC revenue.
Oh
yeah, the money. As a whole, I guess the revenue split, it was 721.8 million. Each school got 49.9 million. So if you Vanderbilt, and this is for football, no, this for all of it. This for all of it. No, this all for all of it. This all sports. If you Vanderbilt, and you ain't did nothing.
Baseball.
They didn't do much last year. They got swept by us.
They're pretty good at baseball, though, man.
Yeah, they are. Typically, they are.
Yeah, they carry their weight in baseball. Vanderbilt has done enough on baseball alone.
They sure ain't do that in the softball.
I'm looking at people like Missouri. What y'all got going for yourself? South Carolina. What y'all got going for yourself?
South Carolina making noise in
this year. But before that was
basketball though.
Oh, they got women's basketball. Yeah, you're right. South Carolina
that's true.
Got that. They got that.
Yes, they got that. I think everybody kind of contribute a little bit of something.
A little bit of something.
Yeah. So but yeah, 49.9 million.
That's a lot of money though, man. And you wanna know it's crazy? And it's gonna lead us into another topic. This contract ain't even the one that's ESPN deal that's gonna kick in. That's supposedly more than that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then that ESPN deal gonna get renegotiated whenever Texas and Oklahoma come in.
Texas and Oklahoma, early buyout, man.
Yeah, man.
A combined 100 mil between the two. Longhorn Network by itself could pay for that.
Yeah, man. I figured this was coming. You don't announce that you're making a move like that and then stay where you at for 2, 3, 4 years, man. You know what I mean? Like you just 2 years is about as long as you can stay just to get logistics and stuff worked out, get your money that you need and all that. But after that, man, it's got to go. But
so
I kind of glad though, man, because I'm ready to get that started.
So 2024, Down South Football Podcast. Shout out to them. Shout out to Renard. We were talking the other day. Renard be dropping gems.
Boy,
he dropped some gems, and we were talking, and he was like, 2024. He was like, it's a big year. He's like, they've been saying, yeah. He said they've been talking about on their show that 2024. He said that Texas and Oklahoma was going to join by 2024. People like, man, 2025. He said it'll be 24. And he said he's been saying that for years, for like 2 or 3 years when they first announced. And he brought up, he said, think about it, 2024, all the new TV contracts. For all, you know what I'm saying? All the conferences, all the new TV contracts, college football expansion, and EA Sports.
The EA Sports ain't really that big of a deal to me because it was supposed to be this year, but they pushed it back a year. But to me, it's the college football expansion and it's the TV deal because now you get to renegotiate your TV deal again and get that much more money because you're bringing in 2 big, huge brands. So I think it's definitely money. It's definitely money oriented, and the college football playoff has something to do with it too. Because bringing in 2 power brands like that helps to strengthen your conference, so you're more likely to get more teams in that way. If you have 2 bigger brands and 2 what we think are going to be good programs,
Right. So it'll definitely bring eyes, different footprint. We already have Texas, so that wasn't a big deal.
But now you got the whole state of Texas. You got the whole state of Texas. Because I mean, no disrespect, Texas Tech, Baylor, and all that. You know what I mean? But it's really Texas A&M and Texas. You know what I mean? That's how Texas is divided. So now you got the whole state of Texas, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma.
That's why I'm saying Oklahoma. So my question is, because all of this kind of predicates on how successful your league is. So my question is, how successful will Texas and Oklahoma be coming into the SEC?
Well, I'm going to kind of answer that with a question. How will the scheduling look whenever they come? You know what I mean? I think that's what we got to kind of consider. Is it going to be a 6-3? I think the pod idea is dead. Honestly, I think the pod idea
they
is
killed
dead.
that.
Yeah. So I think is it going to be a 6-3 thing?
Hold on, real quick, sir. Pick something else. No, sir. What mommy say? You was getting. Do you see the one you was getting though? Go ahead, Dylan. Go ahead, get one. All right. Yeah, we got Valentine's Day candy. Yeah, and somebody.
Candy. Okay.
Yeah, somebody he got one earlier, and now he's back in here because he know daddy on the pod, and he trying to get some more. But okay, I'm sorry. Proceed with your question.
But now I was just gonna say, is it gonna be the 6-3 where you play, 6 in your division, and then one permanent crossover, and then 2 rotating opponents on the other side? Is it gonna be the 7 divisional rivals on your side, and then 1 permanent, and then 1 rotating? Like, how is it gonna be? Because I think that factors in. Because the more that they got to play teams in the West, the worse it's gonna be. But if they get to play some of them teams in the East, 3 times, it might help them out a little bit. They might be, they might be able to, get 8-4, 9-3, you know what I mean, something along those lines. If they don't have to play 7 games in the Western Division.
So let me ask this: who, or let's say they go 500 in SEC play. We'll say they have an 8-game SEC.
They going to 9, bro. They got.
I'm just saying. I'm saying this for number standpoint.
Okay.
They have an 8-game SEC schedule. What 4 teams they beat? We'll start with Oklahoma. What 4 teams they beat?
They could be Missouri.
Okay.
They could be Arkansas, possibly.
Okay.
They could be Texas A&M, possibly. They could be Kentucky, possibly. They could be Vanderbilt, possibly. They could be Florida, possibly. I mean, it all depends on the schedule, bro.
Okay. Now with Texas, you say like Texas is
the same thing. The same thing. Like, it all depends. That's why I say it depends on the schedule. Like, if the only teams they playing out the East is Georgia and Tennessee, they probably not gonna win.
But we're not going to split in what's called anymore in the divisions.
You don't know. I mean, we don't know if they're doing.
We don't know technically, but we were told divisionless.
I mean, now how do you do a schedule divisionless?
You and here's the thing.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
it's not a pod type thing, but you have like because you don't necessarily, you're not in a pod, but you may have 3 permanent opponents.
Well, I think they still gonna have divisions. I think for the SEC championship game, it's just not gonna be both division winners. It's gonna be the 2 best records, regardless of division.
That makes just honestly, that makes no sense to me.
Well, I don't see how you fairly schedule without having divisions or pod or something along that kind of nature. Because like the Big 12, they just play everybody, so they don't need divisions. You know what I mean? But when you have 16 teams, how do you evenly divide the schedule without having some kind of division, pod, some type of system?
Yeah, I get it. But it's just, if you have divisions and then you still say, but the top 2 teams, everybody's still not playing. It's still not going to be fair.
I mean, there's no way to make it fair, though.
Exactly my point. So that's why I don't know.
But I just don't like, okay, so you're just gonna randomly play some people, you know what I mean? Like,
I think there's a schedule will be set as far as like random, as far as you're going to have permanent opponents, because the whole point is they want to renew some of these old rivalries. So I can see there being some permanent opponents, like 2 or 3 permanent opponents, and then 6 that rotate. And you just kind of, saying these are the remaining teams.
That's the 6-3. That's the 6-3, but it's the 6 out of your division. You see what I'm saying? Out of the other, there's 7 other teams in your division. You'll play 6 of those teams.
But what if 2 of your permanent opponents are in your division, though?
They won't be.
So you have 3 crossover, 3 other.
Yeah, you'll have 3. You'll have a permanent crossover from the other side. Like it makes sense for everybody right now has a permanent crossover from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, they'll keep that. And then you'll have two other ones that it won't be a permanent crossover from the other division, but they'll rotate. And so you'll play everybody else like every 3 years, every 4 years or whatever. So you'll play everybody in the conference multiple times. It won't take 7 years for you to play somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I just, yeah.
You know, Georgia has never been in Texas A&M ever.
That's crazy.
But that's the way it's set up now. They go once every you know what I mean? Like Texas A&M has been to Georgia, but Georgia's never been to Texas A&M. So I mean, it's like that should never happen when Texas A&M has been in the conference for over a decade. It shouldn't be where a team hasn't been there to play them. That's and true. So unless you do like to where you're playing multiple crossover cross division rivals, I mean, you're gonna have the same thing you got now.
I think that's where the pause would have been perfect. But
I agree, perfect personally. But I think the 6+3 is perfect because we keep Florida, Bama keeps Tennessee, Auburn keeps Georgia. You know what I mean? You keep all those kind of rivalries. The only thing is, you'll be having to find one for Texas and Oklahoma. But I mean, Oklahoma, Missouri, boom, found one. You know what I mean? Like it ain't too hard to find.
Texas A&M.
Yeah, but they in the same conference.
Oh,
like, they'll be in the same division. But you'd have to move somebody to the east though if you brought both of them in over here.
You're gonna move Alabama and Auburn. It makes sense to move them both over because then if you move Alabama and Auburn over, then you got Alabama, Tennessee, you got Georgia, Auburn, you got
yeah, but okay, so who would Auburn's crossover rival be to the west at that point?
LSU, Mississippi State, Ole Miss.
Who would that permanent one be though? Because they wouldn't have this permanent LSU 3 every time. So who would Alabama's permanent be in the West? See what I'm saying?
In the West, make it Texas A&M.
Nah, they do LSU, Alabama before they did Auburn, LSU.
I'm just saying it's a.
I don't know. I don't see them moving. I think they'll keep. I don't know. They figure something out, but I don't know how you do it, bro. But
Greg Sankey, you got 24 hours to respond.
It's gonna be, but I think the schedule is gonna determine how good those teams are gonna be though. Like it depends on how this, you know what I mean.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You put Texas and Texas and Oklahoma in the West. I honestly feel like first of all,
I don't know, bro.
If you move LSU, Auburn and Alabama out of the West, LSU start dancing.
I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Because at least for the first 3-4 years,
Texas should too, though. Texas should too.
For at least 3-4 years,
because Texas, all Texas got to do is beat LSU. You know what I mean? If that's the case, I'm not saying they can. I'm just saying the way it's set up for them.
I agree.
The way it would be set up for them. You know what I mean? Like they can recruit the state of Texas. Like all we got to do is beat LSU. You know what I mean? Like they should be dancing too. I'm not saying they're gonna beat LSU, but they would like that situation too. Huh?
I said they struggle against Arkansas.
Yeah, but they're not in the SEC now though. I mean, it's gonna change. Arkansas ain't gonna be as good as they were. They just lost both their coordinators.
My question is, what is Texas sell now to win the West? All we gotta do is beat Oklahoma.
I mean, no, because the Big 12 been more wide open.
I'm just saying the Big 12. I don't think I get what you're saying. I mean, it's a good. I just don't think that. I don't think either one of them come over here and.
I'm not. I don't think so either. I just think they could come over. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying they finna come up. Whenever I said them coming over here makes the conference stronger, I'm not saying.
Oh yeah, I get that. No, for as a brand, yes.
Well, not even as a brand, but just like when the college football playoff is looking at it, if you have Texas and Oklahoma win 8 games, because they're gonna win their non-conference games. You know what I'm saying? So that's 3 wins off dump right there. If they win 4 or 5 conference games. And if they go 5-4, 4-5, like we talking about, then that means they're gonna go 8-4, 7-5 every year. You know what I mean? That means they're gonna be in some type of bowl game every year. That's better than Vanderbilt and South Carolina. And you know what I'm saying? And
I'm about to say something. Hot take. It is 8:23, February 15th, 2023. I hope Texas has Vanderbilt on their schedule in year one, and I think Vanderbilt will take them.
Stop it, bro.
Don't doubt Clark Lee. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't doubt Clark Lee.
We'll see.
Let's talk about a little bit of NFL.
All right, what you got?
So coaching searches.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona just named their coach. I forgot his name. I don't know who he is.
Arizona, they hired Gannon.
Yeah. So
from the Eagles defensive coordinator.
Yeah. So Airbnb was passed up again.
Airbnb didn't interview for a head coaching position that I know of.
Oh, okay. What? No, did he turn them down, or they just didn't interview him, or didn't reach out?
I don't know of. And I could be mistaken. He might have interviewed. I just didn't see. I know he interviewed for the Washington Redskins offensive coordinator position. I mean, the Commanders offensive coordinator position, which I don't know why he would do that. But I don't know. I would assume he got passed over, and nobody really wanted to interview him.
I don't know, because one stigma on him is that he doesn't call plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Andy Reid. So I can understand if he left to take a lateral move, or what could be a lateral move. I can see why. It's a little bit risky, but I can understand why. But here's what popped up this week. There was a video that came up where it talked about the play that basically won Kansas City the Super Bowl was the fake jet sweep. Said that Philly has a problem with overplaying, overcompensating for the jet sweep. Said Airbnb noticed this because this was the play that the Jags ran on Philly to win, and basically it wasn't overtime. It was a 2-point conversion to win the game, if I'm not mistaken. Said they ran that on Philly. No, it wasn't them. Who was the one? But I know they were. Anyway, the Jags ran this play on Philly. Airbnb noticed it and incorporated it in their scheme, and said he dialed this up. So he doesn't get a lot of credit for a lot of these plays. A lot of stuff has come out and has said that, hey, EB calls these plays, or he does this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Andy Reid does, have his hand in the cookie jar, but I really do think Airbnb doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah. I think it's obviously Andy Reid is the mastermind, but I think Airbnb does more than he gets credit for. I do agree with that. But my issue with the whole situation is Doug Peterson didn't call plays when he was in Kansas City. Matt Nagy didn't call plays when he was in Kansas City. So it being a knock on Airbnb shows that there's a deeper issue here than just he's not calling the plays. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like that's an excuse or justified reason for them to say that he doesn't deserve a head coaching job because he doesn't call plays when neither one of those other coaches did neither. However, I do kind of agree with my boy Xavier, and I kind of hope Airbnb just stays in Kansas City, because I got a feeling that Andy Reid don't have too much longer left, and I kind of feel like Andy Reid might Bruce Arians that thing and just hand the keys over to Airbnb. And so I feel like that would be the best situation for him, to just stay where he at and just, kind of hold the ship down until Big Red retire, and then he take reign of arguably the next dynasty. You know what I'm saying, in football.
Zay make a good point here too. He said EB calls the plays because Mahomes is always angry with him when some play call goes wrong.
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say he called the plays, but I know that there's multiple people who can talk. You know what I'm saying, in the headset. You know what I mean? Like they all like the headsets that they all the quarterback had all that. You know what I mean? So I think that they all talking at once, but I think Big Red is the one who actually called the plays.
Okay.
I think it's just like input type, you know what I'm saying, conversation.
Yeah, what's good, Josh? Nick Thomas, what's good? He says, I think they got the same situation that Sean and Pete had.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I mean, I'm sure like Eric Benjamin calls plays in situations. You know what I mean? Like that's been said multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
But for most of the time, it's Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm. And what's up this over? He said, dang, Blake still going. How's everyone? We good, man. We hanging in on this side.
Can't call it, man.
So let me ask this. Patrick Mahomes wins his second ring in 4 years?
MVP.
Second
years
MVP
as a
5
starter.
years?
5 years as a starter.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's rank the NFL quarterbacks going into next season. And I guess do we want to do this based off of what we think they'll be next season, or do we do
you want to do where they at like right now since the season just ended? Like,
okay, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay.
Because I think I got one. Shock you.
Okay.
Number 5. Go ahead. I guess we do top 5 because I ain't going through all of them.
I wouldn't do. I'm doing 5. I'm going MV Pat, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence. I want to go with Lamar, but he been hurt too much.
I guess we ain't no soccer.
That's been hurt. Lamar been hurt though, dog, and I don't know how healthy he is. I really want to go Lamar, but I'll go with Lamar.
All right, so I guess I changed mine a little bit.
Dang!
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing at. So
I didn't even see his list.
So my list, when I was thinking about this earlier, I got Mahomes, I got tied too with Joey B and Jalen Hurts. I got Lamar, and I can put Trevor Lawrence at 5.
Yeah,
I'm putting Lamar in there.
Only reason I got Trevor Lawrence over Lamar is because Lamar been hurt, and I was this close to putting Josh Allen in there, but I think Josh Allen has like reached his peak. Mm-hmm. And I think Lamar still like Lamar in a better offense. Shout out to Todd Monken because I think that's coming for Lamar. But if they get him some weapons and Todd Monken, yeah, man, that's I feel like we finna see Lamar keep what's the word I'm looking for? Keep elevating as a player, especially as a passer.
Yeah. What's good, everybody? You know, some people still just not joining in. Andrew, we appreciate you for tuning in.
Hub. What up, man?
Julian says he got Pat Mahomes, Joey B, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, and Trevor Lawrence.
Oh man, hey, I kind of agree with that though. Yeah, my boy Zay said Josh Allen is a young Phillip Rivers. I kind of agree with that, man.
Mm-hmm. Adam make a good point. I would love to see Joey B behind an O-line like Kansas City and Philly.
That's true, but I would also like to see Mahomes with the weapons and running game that Joe got. You know what I mean? Like Mahomes and Chase, that would be nasty. Like no disrespect to Joe, but you know Mahomes got a better arm, like deep ball arm, like an 80-yard bomb to Chase. So he just that would be. I might go do that on Madden just see what it looked like.
If one of those 3 offensive linemen that went down for Cincinnati, I think if they were able to the game, I think it would be.
I got them. Cincinnati. I got them going to the Super Bowl next year as of right now.
Yeah, I think they come back. I think they come back healthy. I think they need to draft defense, not a defensive back, and I would probably take another O lineman in the second round.
So I just saw something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so no quarterback that has lost their debut has ever made it back to the Super Bowl.
I can believe. Well, I don't know. I don't know how true that is.
As they lost the debut as a starter. I'm finna go find.
I'm finna tell you. John Elway.
Hold on. I'm finna find it. It might not say. Oh, my bad. It says the last 17 quarterbacks. My bad. That's my
okay.
apologies.
I was gonna say because John Elway made it back.
Yeah, he sure did. The last 17 quarterbacks to lose their debut. It started with Stan Humphries.
Who?
Hey, shout out Stan Humphries. He went to ULM. What was NLU? Yeah, he was the quarterback for the Chargers, man. Whenever they got shellacked by the 49ers.
I remember that.
Yeah, but you got, man, him, Neil O'Donnell, Drew Bledsoe, Chris Chandler, Steve McNair, rest in peace, Kerry Collins, Rich Gannon, Jake Delhomme, McNabb, Hasselbeck, Rex Grossman, Kaepernick, Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, Jared Goff, Garoppolo, Joe Burrow, and now Jalen Hurts. We'll see who could be the first to make it back.
I think those last two. I think both of them
possibly can.
Yeah, them last two gonna both break.
And I'm not gonna say Garoppolo can't if he go to the right situation, because he is a free agent. So if he goes to the right situation, possibly the Jets or so, or not the Jets, the AFC are tough. So I don't know what. I mean, if he stay in San Francisco, he could possibly make it back. You know what I mean? But I don't see him staying there. But yeah. Joey B with the Dolphins wide receivers. Oh my God. Or Mahomes with the Dolphins. Well, he already had one of them, but with two of them, man.
Man. How about since we talking about somebody with other stuff? What about Tua with anybody else helmet?
Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro.
That dude got the same helmet.
Hey, I really want to see.
He got the same helmet Antonio Brown had. When
I want to see Lamar on the Dolphins.
Back home too?
Yeah, with him, with them two receivers and Mostert, that's the running back with that speed, man.
It'll look like Philly.
It's a lot more speed, dog.
I know,
a lot more speed. It'll be like Philly whenever they had Vic and Deshaun Jackson and what was the other dude they had?
I know exactly who you talking about. That was my dude. He was a speedster too.
Yeah,
he came from TCU.
I can't think of his name, but
golly, I know exactly who you talking, and I can see his face. Hold on, let me see.
That's who they remind me of, bro. If they get Lamar down there, that's exactly who they will remind me of.
This is gonna bother me until I look this
with
up.
LaShawn McCoy, man, yeah. Or most of that's LaShawn McCoy. Man, that's crazy.
I hope this don't, you know what I'm saying? I hope you don't find
I ain't even looking.
Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah, Maclin. Yeah,
Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
man, that was
Pausa brings up a good point. He said Mahomes with Jefferson would be on
cheat code. Jefferson would get 2,000 receiving yards.
He says off topic. Julian says, I know it's off topic, but does these SMU not get talked about the teams of the 80s because of what happened to them? Talking about them getting Pony Express getting the death penalty. I think it's twofold. It's first of all, a lot of people are too young to even know about that or remember that. And two, it wasn't a sexy name. I mean, SMU was good back then, but it's not a
and they're not a big name now, and there was never like a blue blood type program. And I think, and part of it, as good as Eric Dickerson was, you know what I mean, I don't think that he was kind of universally liked. You know what I mean? I think that that's part of the reason why it's kind of hasn't been stuck around, because he hasn't really been, you know what I mean, somebody that, like, when you hear people talking about the greatest running backs of all time, how many people you hear bring up Eric Dickerson? You see what I'm saying? Like, and so I think if he was one of those names, like a Barry Sanders, you know what I mean, or like, you know what I mean, like Emmitt Smith even, you know what I mean, I feel like people would talk more about what he did in college, therefore the Pony Express.
And I'm gonna proceed to our next topic. So Julian, hold on, because I know you're finna get excited. But I want to say this. This might, it ain't so much of a hot take. This probably maybe lukewarm. Outside of Walter Payton, I don't care what nobody say. Barry Sanders is the best running back.
Sir, you are forgetting a name, and I will not take this.
You gonna say Jim Brown? You gonna say Jim Brown?
Right? You damn right. I'm finna say Jim Brown.
Jim Brown was great till he sat at that table.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about on the field. Jim Brown is
and he walked away. He walked away, and granted, he walked away. He ain't played but what? How many years?
9. And got over 10,000 yards. The only person in history to average over 100 yards a game rushing. The greatest running back of all time. Barry Sanders is number 2. Walter Payton number 3. I mean, I got that flip. Walter Payton number 2. Barry Sanders number 3. Yeah. The greatest running back of all time.
It might be recency bias, but
Jim Brown is the greatest.
Nah, I'm good on that.
The great, and he did it in less games. They ain't even have 16 game seasons back then. He was still rushing for 1,000 yards a season, man. The greatest.
So, it's 2 reasons I can give you. One reason.
I ain't taking this blasphemy, bro.
One reason was, it was a completely run dominant league back then.
So they knew you was about to run.
I know.
And they still couldn't stop the man.
I get that. And 2, it was still slightly segregated. So he have quite as much. I'm just saying a lot of these segregated stats and records and stuff.
Stop it, man. This man played at the segregation. Stop it, bro. You're not finna do that, man.
He played afterwards.
You're not finna do that, bro. You are disrespectful, bro.
I'm not. I'm saying
you are disrespectful.
He's still top 5. He top 3.
Yeah, and he not number 2 or number 3.
He ain't number 1 to me.
He is the greatest running back.
How many man games he was on
I don't care about all that shit.
He went on the cover of Madden.
Good, because he ain't never got cursed.
I think the bad curse started with Barry, because I think the year they put him on the cover was the year he retired. All right, man. I'm done being silly. No, I'm not. I'm lying. All right,
man.
All right, here we go. LSU baseball begins this weekend. I already got some bad news. They lost their ace.
He wasn't the ace. I don't want to hear that.
They say he's gonna be the Friday night starter.
No, he not. That transfer we got gonna be a Friday night guy.
Who? Paul Skeen?
Yeah.
I mean, I know definitely now, but they said
he was before this, man. From my understanding, I defer to Julie.
When Kendall Rogers put it out, when he sent it, it said the Friday night starter.
He said project. I don't know, man. I ain't.
So here's the
I think he was probably gonna be like a Sunday starter, and then during like
midweek,
maybe midweek and stuff, and then or like the long reliever bullpen type role, you know what I'm saying? Like something along them lines.
Thank you, Nick. I ain't gonna bring it up, but thank you. I do want to say
y'all are disrespectful, bro.
I'm not.
You are disrespectful, bro.
Oh yeah, Julian said he heard it was Paul for Friday. So, but I'll say this: this year of all years, I think you never want to have an injury and lose a player for a year, but I think they can absorb it a lot better this year than they have in the past. But I asked you this. This week they have a directional school, if I'm not mistaken, that they're playing for the opening series. I want to say it's like not Eastern Michigan, but Eastern like Kentucky or something. I know I'm being so disrespectful to the team we're playing. Baseball schedule. They playing Western Michigan. There we go. Western Michigan. How do you feel about what can we take from this weekend? Because granted, it's expected that they win.
No, it's not expected that they win. It's expected that they blow them out.
Okay.
Me personally, Just win. Like, I ain't just win, bro. Like, I'm not one of them guys that expecting them to win the World Series and all that kind of stuff, bro. I'm just like, I know how good this team is on paper. You know what I mean? I just want to see how good they are on the field. I mean, and I don't have any expectations for them because I haven't seen them play. And so I don't have any expectations for this series other than they should win because they're more talented. I'm not going to say that they should blow them out because it's baseball. Anything can happen. But they should win the series.
I guess I where I worded this, what can we take from? I guess I should have said or worded this as what do we want to see?
That's a good question.
What do we want to see? So I'll change it up and say that. What I want to see the depth. I want to see your starters out early. So I want to see them come in, put up points, put up runs, and then put up runs, and then I want to see them out early because I want to see some of that depth. I want to see how some of those guys who were on the roster and may have fallen behind a transfer. I want to see how they have developed.
Well, I agree with you, but I don't necessarily know if you got to get out early to do that. I mean, it's a 3-game series.
That's true.
Play the starters, and then play some depth guys on Sunday. You know what I mean? Or I don't know if there's a double header or whatever, but you know what I mean? Like the third game in the series, play some of your bench guys, some of the, the freshmen who might not, be your everyday starters, your utility guys, giving them guys some burn whenever, it's the Sunday game.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No double headers in this one.
And even if that's how you want to do it pitching wise, if you want to kind of let your starter go 6, 7 go 5, 6 innings, you know what I mean, on Friday.
I don't even want the starter to go that long.
I mean, me personally, I don't either. But
I don't want to see them past 5. But I understand what you're saying.
If you want to give them the whole 5 and then kind of go to your bullpen and then Sunday kind of do the Johnny Hole staff, you know what I mean? Like it's early in the season. You got time to mess with all that kind of stuff. It ain't really that. All that. That's what this early, few series are for, is to figure out how you want to do all that.
The reason why I say I don't want to go by 5, and this might be a little PTSD. We've seen, especially with the news of losing a player already. I don't want to lose any arms.
Yeah.
I mean, the days of like Poche coming in, throwing a complete game, or Lane taking you to 9 I think that's gone. We've seen a lot, especially since COVID. We've seen a lot more injuries. A lot of people playing travel ball, summer league, or fall ball, or however you want to call it. And blowing out their arms, overusing their arms. I just want to see. I want to see you out, rest. So
yeah. I'm with you.
Let me ask this. I didn't have this on the docket. We know we got a couple of different series and stuff coming up. Is there a particular series or matchup on the schedule that you want to see? That you not necessarily that you want to see, that you can't wait for?
Conference wise, I don't really know. Conference Tennessee.
I can agree. Outside of Tennessee, I'm going to go with because I'm looking at this now. Outside of Tennessee, I don't know if there is one now.
Maybe Tennessee,
Arkansas is the one I want.
Yeah, Tennessee, Arkansas would be the 2 for me.
Yeah. So what's good?
I can't wait till Texas comes, because that's gonna be one that's gonna be top of my list. In baseball, I do not like them in baseball, dog.
What's up, Kevin? Kevin, he came and he threw us with the assist.
Oh yeah, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate that.
I haven't looked at the baseball schedule yet.
Tyler said, "How's it going, guys? We hanging in here, man.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
Like somebody, like one of my old sergeants, hanging like a hair in a biscuit." That was the same.
But yeah, do we have let me check the schedule, man, while I'm asking all these quick. Because if we play Florida, that's gonna be in my list too, just because I hate Florida.
No, I don't see Florida. Florida this year. No Florida this year. We got Georgia. So let me go through, and we'll do a deep dive. We ain't gonna say a deep dive, but we'll get to it. Conference wise, Texas A&M, Arkansas, Tennessee, South Carolina, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Alabama, Auburn, Mississippi State, Georgia.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I'll go Tennessee and Arkansas. That's all I care about.
Yeah. They playing at Auburn. That's something I might try to make that. Yeah, hair and a biscuit. That's what he used to say. Hanging like a hair and a biscuit. What?
That's disgusting.
Yeah,
it's pretty nasty, bro.
He was a nasty dude, man.
Ray, why you gotta say this?
Because I'm a nasty. Yeah. All right. Last night, men's basketball fell in a close game. This was one. I thought this was gonna break the curse or break the streak, losing streak, man. This was.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
And I'm not saying that I agree, but Matt McMahon, when do we look at him? And I'm gonna give you a reason. I'm gonna give you a reason why I'm asking. I just want you to tell me when do we look at him?
I think you look at him. Hold on, I'm finna look back at the schedule. I'm finna tell you it was a game that you definitely look at him.
So we can already look at him. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, we could already look at him for some of these games.
Yeah, I mean, and I get the whole scholarship player thing. I 100% get it. But last night, did you not have the ball and turned the ball over trying to inbound the ball with a chance
to win,
to go up and win the game, or to go up or win the game? You know, depending on how much time was you used on that possession. You know what I mean? And you could not draw up a play to get the ball inbounds. Like, that's not a talent thing. That's not a scholarship player issue. That's a coaching staff issue for me.
Situational awareness.
Yes, situational basketball, dog. Like, your players can only do so much. ATOs, out of timeouts, that is on the coach. That is when you find out how good of a coach you are. One of the people I hate the most, Eric Musselman, is a great out of timeout player, coach. After timeout, he always gets up easy basket, easy shot, whatever the case may be. I haven't seen that this year, bro. I haven't, and too many times have I seen us struggling to inbound the ball after a timeout. And or the Kentucky game, you drew up a 3-point shot for KJ Williams in the corner. You know what I mean? Like, some of these out of timeout plays, I'm not saying he's not a good coach, but
I agree.
Sooner or later, we got to start asking, you know what I mean, what is his role in this losing streak? And when is something going to change on his part? When are we going to see some adjustments from him to try to right this ship? I agree. This old
vet said nobody gets a pass.
I agree.
Nobody passing. Never mind. I do see there's a lack of concentration that I've seen in this team. There are several times there was a pass. I remember this vividly. I can't remember who it was, but they passed the fountain, and he haphazardly reached for it, and it just rolled out of bounds, and that was a turnover. That's a possession. When you struggling in a losing streak like this, double digits, you can't give up possessions on stupid stuff. Where do you get a win now?
And I'm looking. It was last night.
Last night was our opportunity. Last night. I'm
at
looking.
Point, I don't know, bro.
I see, and I'm
and I'm not trying to be that guy. Like, you know, I'm just honestly, I don't know, bro.
I see one in a possum.
Who?
I can see South Carolina, because that's at home, and South Carolina struggled as well. And possibly. At Ole Miss. Ole Miss is the at Ole Miss. Ole Miss has struggled as well. Those the only two.
We can't play on the road, bro. Have you seen this team on the road? And I'm not trying to be that guy for real, but I'm just saying, bro. But from what I've seen, the only one I would even consider you have a chance to win is South Carolina at home.
I mean, because the reason why you got to get that. Well, no, that was the first game was at home too. So
yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I want to see what he does with his.
That's another thing. Josh brings up, why didn't they run the clock out for the last shot?
Situational basketball. Situational basketball, man. I don't know, bro. But yeah, I want to see him with his own guys in before I judge him as, holistically as a coach. But
he got his own guys.
No, he got.
I get what you're saying.
He got Murray State guys.
I get what you're saying.
I want him to get LSU guys. You know what I mean? Like, he recruited those guys to play at Murray State. He didn't recruit them guys to play LSU. He just so happened to bring them with him to LSU. Like, I want to see him get LSU caliber guys. And then I'll really be able to judge him. And as of right now, I'm just critiquing his out of timeout plays and in the situation of basketball of this team, and that falls on the coach.
Ironically, the basket to put you up was out of timeout, but you scored so fast.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, but then what you do after that? Turn the ball over. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true. All right. Former LSU assistant coach Greg Hire fired from New Mexico State after the basketball season was canceled due to allegations of hazing.
It's more than hazing, dog.
I know it's a lot more.
But I'm just saying, like, even I wasn't even bringing up the other stuff. I'm just talking about with the hazing was false imprisonment and you know what I mean, all kind of other stuff like that. So yeah, it's sad, bro. Obviously, he was Will Wade's right hand man at one point in time.
That speaks volumes.
You want to know who else he worked for? Greg Marshall at Wichita State. So there's been some more coaches who have a history of not having the best past and you know what I mean and stuff along those natures. So he terrible situation. I've never seen a program just cancel the season in the middle of the season like that before.
I've never heard of that before either,
but yeah, it's some terrible things going on. I don't like to see anybody lose their job, but I think I can agree with that. I think it might be best that he's not around young men at this time.
I can agree with that as well. I wish that he can find the sensibility and humanity. I don't know, man. I was gonna be nice, man. I just can't.
I know what you mean. I hope he finds some type of restoration. You know what I mean, for not only himself as a person and whatever he's fighting or battling that made him kind of turn a blind eye to this or whatever, but at the same time, like, I hope his career has some type of, I don't want to see nobody unemployed, but I wasn't gonna bring that part up, but yeah, it's been a lot going on over there at New Mexico State, but I hope there's actually some contrition on his part. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, and
I hope that he actually has some sort of kind of reconciliation that he tries to, like you've messed over the lives of a lot of people with this one, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of young men damaged because of this. Yeah. And that's not just him personally. That's whoever was involved in this situation.
Right. LSU women's basketball. They take on Ole Miss tomorrow. They got to bounce back after this South Carolina loss. Let's not let one loss turn to two. What are you looking for?
We ain't talked since that loss.
We haven't talked. What do you? Okay, let me ask you thoughts of the game.
Just like I thought.
You said it. I want to think different. I want to be positive. You got to be realistic sometimes.
They not. I mean,
but
we just not there yet, bro. You seen how many like they was subbing every 45 seconds, bro. They so deep, man. Like we can't match that right now. And it's not a knock to LSU. It's just South Carolina is just that good.
I got something else though out of that. Or something I knew was gonna happen. LSU fans, I'm speaking to you. Calm the hell down.
Yep.
Stop melting.
Game,
Stop melting after every bad play. Stop melting when your team is down in every sport. Listen, losses build character.
Yeah, this team needed to get punched in the mouth.
They did. It's gonna help. I promise you, it'll take your. This team. This is a team I still feel is capable of possibly seeing South Carolina, depending on, and they'll be probably number 2 in the SEC. So they'll see South Carolina and probably in the SEC championship game. They'll probably see in the Final Four or something like. So you can still make a run and build. Calm down. If I told you 2 years ago that LSU women's basketball could have a 3-loss season and make a run through the Final Four, you would have jumped through a wall.
Yeah.
Let's not forget what you know what I'm saying. Just humble yourself. Yeah.
Like they be fans, they too quick to like throw the expectations through the roof. Like this is Kim Mulkey's second year. Don Staley been building that program for years.
I didn't realize how long she had been there.
Years. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so, like, that's what I'm saying. You can't compare. Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't compare, your second year to be what somebody else has done 10 years. You know what I mean? Like
Don Staley is literally going for her 3rd national championship and what should have been 4th, but the COVID season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Actually, it should have been 5th. They got robbed in that Stanford game.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like they don't like if you would have lost to Gino Auriemma and you know what I mean, in UConn heyday, if you would have lost to Pat Summit, you know what I mean, in Tennessee heyday, you wouldn't have been like, oh well, we just terrible. You know what I mean? Like you would have been like, hey, we just not there yet. They at the peak, we just not there yet. And that's what I've been trying to tell LSU fans. It's nothing to be ashamed of to say that you're not on South Carolina's level. It's not. They're just
Kim said it. Kim said it. And hold up. And when we say we're not there yet, we're not saying that LSU isn't a championship caliber team. What we're saying is we ain't South Carolina. That's what we saying.
Yeah, I mean, like
South Carolina is and Kim, South Carolina, everybody else.
Facts. Big facts. It's not close. Like there was times in football where it was Alabama and everybody else. And LSU fans would be like, well, Alabama's just better. We're just not Alabama. That's how it is right here. Right now, South Carolina is the Alabama of women's college basketball, bro. And honestly, until we get more classes like next year, they still gonna be that. You know, it's gonna take another class like this year's class with Flage. Amazing. The next, this current class that we got, Michaela and all of them, great, fantastic. You need another one. And you gonna have to get another one after that because that's what Don Staley did. That's why she can go 10 deep. That's why she can sub out people and keep people fresh because she could do that. And we're just not there yet. Their 7th, 8th person is like our 4th, 5th person, bro. They're just deeper than us.
I was thoroughly impressed with Smith, number 5 for LSU off the bench. She came in, she played huge.
Yeah, huge. She did. Yeah. So, but hey, Bria Bill, that's the one I was telling you for South Carolina. It got them the defender. Yeah, man. I just couldn't remember her name, but bro, you see what I was talking about? Like they just come at you in waves, and it's too much.
All right.
But LSU gonna be fine though, man. Like fans, calm down, bro. LSU gonna be fine. They see what it take. Like now they see what they gotta do, who they gotta be, what it take. Like now they see what championship basketball look like.
And all I don't think this is a stretch to say this. We're not there, but we're not way far off. That game was close.
We're not as far as that scoreboard looked.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that game was closer than that, so we're not way far
not
off.
that far.
So
and then and obviously whenever you play them again, it will be on neutral court. You know what I mean? Like that'll be a major factor also. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think even in the neutral court, it's still a bit of a talent gap.
You got to get more. Angel Reese, she played that. A lot of people. She didn't have her best game by her standard.
She got foul trouble for early though, so that took aggression away.
I do want to say I think she needs to get a little bit more physical, but because she got to a point where she was kind of forcing and throwing stuff up, throwing it and praying for a foul, but then she turned it up for a minute, and then they put Aaliyah Boss on her, and she kind of, I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna go as far as say she shrank in the moment, but she also her intensity was different. It wasn't less, it was just different. How she attacked Aaliyah was a lot different. And
Aaliyah Boston defensive player of the year. Like, you know what I mean? I think you gotta look at it too. Angel Reese is used to being the biggest one on the court for the most part. You know what I mean? So she used to attacking defenders in one way, and then you have someone out there who's just as big or bigger than you are. It's gonna change the way you come at them. So I mean, I don't necessarily I get what you're saying, and I'm not trying to say that's what you're saying. Yeah. I'm not saying this what you're saying, but I don't think she was like being timid or nothing. I just think it's a different way you got to approach.
I know she wasn't. She attacked her. She was just like, I think she attacked her, but she more or less was. It was like
trying to draw the foul, but you're not getting that call in South Carolina.
Yeah, that's you wouldn't get no calls in South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the you shouldn't expect to.
Yeah,
and I get it. You as a fan, and that's the difference between players and fans. All right, as a fan, you like, okay, a foul is a foul. You know what I'm saying? Call it every time, and you're right. But as a player, you go into a hostile environment like that, expecting not to get any calls. You know what I mean? Like you can't expect that call to be made. You got to play expecting not to get that foul call.
Yeah. Agreed. NBA All-Star weekend coming up. Is it worth watching?
I don't know, man. To tell you the truth, I'm watching the 3-point dunk contest. I'm watching the dunk contest because the Pelicans players in it. I mean, 100% honest, I don't care about any of the other three contestants. Not really name drop. I mean, no disrespect to them, but they're not really headline name type guys. I mean, Mac McClung, obviously, if you're a real hoop head, you know who that is.
I know he is, but
yeah, but it ain't really like exciting to me. But the 3-point contest is kind of exciting. I think that's a little bit of intrigue there. You got Dame, you got Buddy Hield, you got Jason Tatum, you got Simons. You know what I mean? You got like 3 or 4 good, great shooters, Kevin Huerter. So I mean, that's kind of what I'd be interested in. As far as the actual game on Sunday, I'll see what else on.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even put that up there.
It might be a. Boy, you funny. But yeah, I probably watch a women's college basketball game or something.
I know you talked about the dunk competition. Is it getting too boring?
Well, I think all right. So honestly, I think Dwayne Wade won the dunk contest.
How so?
When he rigged it so Derrick Jones could win that time, the dude from the Heat, and like Zach LaVine ain't did a dunk contest since then. Aaron Gordon ain't did a dunk contest. Like I think, like
in LaVine doing it this year though.
Nah. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no big name doing the dunk contest this year. It's Trey Murphy, Mac McClung, Jericho Sims, and Kenyon Martin Jr. So yeah, Aaron Gordon stopped doing it after that. Zach LaVine retired from the dunk contest and went to the 3-point contest and stuff. Like, he did a 3-point contest. He didn't do a dunk contest no more. But Aaron Gordon quit the dunk contest after that stunt Dwayne Wade pulled. And I think, like, knowing that you're not truly getting recognized for your creativity and stuff, and like they just making a sham of the whole thing has made a lot of the people we want to see not want to do it. So I mean, I think they kind of ruined that. And I ain't this year I like honestly I kind of don't want to watch this year for what you finna say next. But
Karl Malone gonna be a judge.
Yeah, I don't like that man at all.
Yeah, Karl Malone is going to be a judge. Some people say he should be before the judge, but
as he should. As it should. I ain't gonna get too much in all that. If you know me, you know how I feel about that man. If you don't DM me, I'll tell you how I feel about that man. But I don't. I like honestly, to me, it's kind of disgusting to see him kind of get celebrated like that. You know what I mean? So I just leave it at that.
Yeah. All right. Sunday, man. Sunday.
We'll talk about some baseball.
Some baseball with our good man Julian. Julian be on here, help break down some of the games over the weekend. There's some good games. You got the Cactus Jack tournament. 6 SWAT schools playing in Houston this Sunday. Julian brought it up. TCU. Let me go back and find it. TCU and Vandy opened up Friday in Arlington.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So. Yep.
What else we got this weekend? We got basketball this weekend.
All-Star game, ain't it? Didn't we just say that?
I'm talking about college.
Man, ain't nobody for real. LSU got South Carolina Saturday.
Yeah.
Let me see who the women got. Who the women's got?
I know. I'm gonna be watching football this weekend, man.
Who you got? Hold
on. The XFL. That's what we got.
Florida. Women got Florida. Go to Florida. XFL this weekend. Oh, speaking of, Kevin Sumlin leaves the Houston Gamblers to go back to the college ranks. He'll be the tight ends coach / co-offensive coordinator / associate head coach at Maryland.
Yep, him and Loxley. Shout out to them for that. Hey, did you know Maryland is one of the only schools to have a black president, black AD, and black head football coach? That's your stat of the day or whatever you want, nugget of the day or whatever, history fact of the day, whatever you want. But the Houston Gamblers hired former Saints wide receiver coach Curtis Johnson.
Yes. So congrats to him,
my guy CJ, man. He deserves it.
It's amazing how the XFL knows how to hire
crazy, ain't it?
Black coaches. Interesting.
Yeah.
NFL, you got 24 hours to respond.
With the NFL, they're gonna tout out D'Amico Ryans. They're gonna say,
they got D'Amico Ryans.
They got you on this cycle.
And
can we talk about Vic Fangio real quick before we go?
Mike,
the way he played the 49ers.
Go ahead.
So D'Amico Ryans 49ers DC left on Texans job. Vic Fangio, Sean Payton wanted him to come to Denver. Well, the Dolphins thought they had him agreed to a DC position in Dolphins. Then D'Amico Ryans took the Texans job and all that. So the 49ers was finna get him. Now he done doubled back and went to the Dolphins and left the 49ers hanging at the altar.
Got to be more careful.
But Sean Payton done stole another coach from the Saints, Declan Doyle.
Yeah.
Assistant offensive line coach. Pretty good coach. He done that's like 6 coaches he done stole from the Saints.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm tripping. Help us get 1K. You can win 100. Y'all know the spiel. We getting there. We had like 580, something like that. I don't know. Y'all help us get there.
Y'all ain't helping us enough.
Also, Black History person of the day, Cito Gaston, the first black manager to win a World Series. He was with the Toronto Blue Jays in 1992, won the World Series. Then he doubled back and did it again in 93. When I first saw his name, I was like, Cito Gaston. I was like, Gaston, that sounds Canadian. That man from El Paso.
Yeah, man. You know, that was Joe Carter and them. Man.
Yeah. You know, he actually was his dad was a truck driver. And he thought that he was going to do one or two things. He was going to either make it to the major leagues or he was going to be a truck driver. And he did. He made it to the major leagues and he was an excellent player.
Joe Carter?
No, Gaston.
Oh, to my Gaston. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. He was an excellent coach and
he played too? He
played too. He was an excellent player and coach. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
He played I forget, he played with a couple teams. So yeah.
Manager Gaston. That's what's up,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. So Julie said, yes, sir. El Paso. Prayers to El Paso as well. So while we at it. But I think that's it, man. We'll be back Sunday. We'll be back tomorrow. Kari is officially a free agent.
Yeah, I really ain't want to talk about no Saints.
I don't care.
I don't think he's gonna land with the Saints.
Me either.
Hot take, Carter Tampa Bay. Hot take. I don't know if it's that hot. That's like the odds-on favorite to get him, but
I see. We'll be back tomorrow with an episode of HBCU Hour. Dropping some gems for you there. But other than that, man, I think I ain't got much. So
me neither.
Why is this name not playing?
About to go eat these cookies.
I don't know what that means. It is Valentine's Day area, so
I don't know what that means, but it's provocative.
And like that, we out.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitter at Golden Boot. On Instagram at Golden Boot. On YouTube at The Golden Boot Pod. On Facebook at The Golden Boot Pod.
Golden